Let's see who was ahead in the course evaluation contest. I forgot to tell 7200 about it, so 7005 shouldn't feel very comfortable about a small lead. Just saying. Let's look at the medal leaderboard so far. 7005 has a slight lead, with 38.1% completed. But they shouldn't feel real comfortable because 7205 is running up against them at 37.5%. It's anybody's game, but you need to get close to 50% before you're eligible for most of the extra credit. As 7005 tries to make it around the turn and keep its lead, 7200 is making a move. Time for a couple of notes about course evals. Evals are short, 3 objective questions and a couple of open-ended questions. Take a break from the final exams and do an eval or two. We, professors, do not see them until after the deadline to submit grades has passed, and we have turned in our grades. We have no way of knowing who you are unless you indicate it in the evals. I've identified myself before for some teachers I liked and trusted, but not for others. Some students have done the same for me and others have not. Since your grade is already submitted, there's no impact on you. Course evals are one of the most important areas where we are evaluated. My chair reads every single one of them, as do I. I try to identify themes I can improve upon for the following semester. And you need to do the right thing and make sure you evaluate professors to the best of your ability so students can, behind you, get an even better experience than you did. I'm always around to help if you have questions about complaints or how an issue is handled, and I keep your confidences. I hope you feel comfortable using me as a resource down the road. I can and have usually helped resolve potential issues discreetly, quietly, and without identifying you. Not always, but I help if I can. Let's look at a few scenarios. And I've upped the amount of extra credit you may earn just because it's that kind of semester. As you know, 7005 has a slight lead over 7200, but I didn't even share the course eval extra credit info with 7200 yet. At 38.1 and 37.5% responding, it's anybody's game. I've increased the amount of extra credit you can earn to 0.75 points because I wanted to. Please take a look at the different scenarios and ask questions if you have any. I do know the semester hasn't been my best and hope you will take that into consideration. There were 2 times this semester when I almost had to take a step back. My doctor wanted to know who she could write an excuse note to, but I said I wanted to continue. When I had COVID several years ago, I had to give my classes to someone else in the middle of the semester. That's the only time it's ever happened in my career. I didn't like doing that to the students or to the new professor who had to come in cold. Plus, I have to end up helping anyway because I'm not going to leave my students there with no input to the next person. I always think it's better to just get me in a diminished state than to saddle another faculty member with a big-time commitment and a course they haven't prepped for, and saddle a student with another faculty member they haven't prepped for halfway through the semester. I think I made the right choice, and at the end of the day, the class is mine. The buck stops here. I'm the one who's evaluated. Unfortunately, there's no option to tell me to improve my health. I try. And the semester must go on. I do appreciate, thanks for taking the time to complete the evals. We're almost done, guys. Hang in there.